real leader faces the music even when he doesn't like the tune. For Hawaii's first Filipino governor, the tune sometimes came in forms of protests and criticisms. But before the tough kid made it in the capital, Ben Cayetano had to go through some growing pains. First of all, I want to find out about your childhood. What was your upbringing like?
I grew up in a single-parent home. I was raised by my father in a place called Kalihi, and my brother and I were the only two children. And so, from about age 5 or 6, my father raised me. I attended public schools. I'm the first in my entire family to go to college and graduate.
How has your upbringing prepared you for this job?
Well, I think that my upbringing, growing up in a neighborhood which was predominantly poor people and working class people, and predominantly, minority, really, I think, gave me an experience in life that not many people in politics have. And so I think that growing up in that kind of neighborhood where you really have to kind of struggle and work for everything that you got helps to build character.
You have your set of people who admire you for becoming the first first Filipino governor Hawaii has had. How do you feel about that title and making it in the history books?
Well, I think that those of us who, by good fortune and chance, find ourselves in positions where we are the first, we have a responsibility to try and really work hard and make things better. And so I feel proud that I am kind of like a pioneer, so to speak, that what I do here will open the doors for others, so in that sense, I feel very privileged to have this distinction.
There's also the other side, the other end of it, which is you have your set of critics who dislike the way you've run the governorship. What are your thoughts on this? How do you feel about it?
Too bad. What can I say?
You don't care, huh?
Well, you like anybody else, I'm a human being, and I do care what people think, but I stop caring when I feel that I have made the right decision.
During his service as a public official, Governor Cayetano has increased teachers' pay, saved taxpayers nearly $2 billion, has built a record number of 13 schools, and created the A+ program for children of working parents, just to name a few. What is required to become a governor? And we're not talking about law degrees or anything, but what kind of a personality does one need to have to become like you?
I'm probably not the prototype governor. I've been told that my personality needs mending.
Are you bothered by that?
No, because I'm kind of that's the way I am. I'm kind of a serious person. I take this job very seriously, but those who know me well know that I have a fairly good sense of humor. I think that one needs to have compassion for people and courage to make the right decision. And one has to be reasonably intelligent, otherwise you're not going to survive in this, in this job. And be able to have some vision and think out of the box, because the governor's job is not only to look to today, but to look down the road.
Speaking of looking down the road, this is your second term. You can't run for governorship because of term limits. What are your plans for the future? What are you going to do now? I'm
retiring from politics. This is my 28th year, and people who know me know that I put everything I have in the job. And I think that I've given the people of Hawaii 28 years of my life, and 28 years that I feel mostly good about. I'm going to go and do other things.
28 years in politics, any regrets, somewhere in the 28 years that you'd like to change?
There's some things that I might have said that I'd like to change. But overall, I think that the decisions that I've made, I can go to bed and not worry about any of them, because I really feel that I've made the right decisions, at least the big ones.
How do you want to be remembered?
I hope people remember me as a guy who felt very honored to have this job and did the very best he could, made some tough political decisions regardless of, you know, how it affected his popularity and all that, and that was an honest man who did a pretty good job, that's all.